Both you and I read quite a bit, and too many historical events are captured in a way which purely aligns with the lens of the recorder, the interpreter. And so for somebody to sort of put out front that actually, you know, there's so much stuff here, I'm never going to get to the end of it, and all I'm going to give you is my best punt at it, is quite refreshing. And I think if you approach anything like that, any event, by saying that this is the way that I see it, and I may not always get this right. In fact, I may not have got any of this right, but this is the lens I'm seeing. So I'm trying to explain how I've seen it, how I've interpreted it. It's down to you to then decide how you look at that. And if you can decide that it's worth it, then great. If you decided it isn't, well, that's great as well.
I mean, the question is, can we really truly know history? And obviously that's going to be yes or no or maybe. On the yes side, I haven't got much. Because you can visit sites if they exist. You could read diaries if you think they're accurate. You can have multiple sources, which is what historians like, but that doesn't mean anything if they're all biased. But I was interested recently to read a comment that you can't really truly know history because we can't even agree what's happening today. There is no one universally would say, yeah, that's the truth. So I feel sorry for historians now. They're moving into a world in which most people won't believe anything you write.
Those who control the present control the past. Those who control the past control the future. It begs the question then, from my perspective, as I look at this, if we can't perfectly know history, does any of it matter? And I'd say, well, it does. It does matter, because history provides tested case studies for a whole range of things: human behaviour, political systems, cultural change, all of that sort of stuff. And even flawed histories, often it's what somebody won't tell you which reveals more about them than what they do tell you.
We can't really truly know history because it is deliberately fabricated. Now, an example of this is World War II. It wasn't me, it was down to somebody I used to work with. He was a very keen historian, and he managed to get a book from Russia that was talking about World War II. And then he got one from America about World War II and one from Britain. And none of them agreed to the date and when it started. Russia was the interesting one because their account, they were never ever friends with Germany before Germany invaded in 1941 with Operation Barbarossa. They had in fact agreed to partition Poland, and most Russians knew this. So if anyone was alive in 1945 that was alive in 1939 knew that Russia and Germany had partitioned Poland, but there was no reference to that after the war. They didn't want to admit it. So it's bizarre that whole nations will deliberately fabricate history for their own political ends.
I think recognising that they will enables you to sit with a sceptical eyebrow raised about everything that you hear and everything that is said and done. And I think that you should, because nothing is neutral.